My name is Kieran Davis, aka the Master of Coin, and I've been a full-time trader now for the last 5 years. Now, what we're gonna do is a realistic day in the life of exactly what we get up to living in Koh Samui, Thailand. Got my dog over here, Kaiser, come. So right now it's about 7 a.m. in the morning. We've got the staff preparing breakfast. Kaiser, come. First thing I like to do in the morning is grab a book, grab a black coffee, and firstly let my dog out, because he's got to do his poops and peeps. Kaiser, come. Brought him from Bangkok, had to drive him all the way down. He's full of energy and I love him, man, because he always gets me up in the morning. I used to be a very late wake-upper, if that's a word. Like, believe it or not, you don't need to wake up at 5 a.m., 4 a.m. to actually be successful. It's funny because I made my first 6 figures waking up at 12 p.m. So don't believe those online gurus that tell you have to wake up at 6 a.m. So I'm gonna show you guys a realistic day in the life, everything we get up to, not one of these fake influencers out in Dubai trying to pretend we got a big schlong renting Lamborghinis like an idiot. Right, I'm gonna show you a realistic day in the life. So first thing, obviously, we've got the black coffee, let the dog out, and I got a good book here in my hand. I just set myself a goal of reading 10 pages in the morning, nothing too crazy. I used to find it very hard to read, not because I'm a spastic, but because I didn't have the focus. So for me, 10 pages is a nice, easy, achievable amount, because I'm more of an audiobook fan. So what we're gonna do now, drink the coffee, head to the beach, walk my man before he starts eating the sofa, and yeah, come with. And they go, Kieran, if you're such a successful trainer, why don't you drive a Lambo? Because bro, your Lambo goes fast, but my truck, look at those wheels. We can go anywhere. But truth be told, look, in Thailand, you get rainy season for about at least half of the year, and you get mad floods. So with that, I've got my snorkel. I can go almost underwater with this thing. I can go anywhere, and it's literally perfect for what I need. Plus, don't forget the taxes here. When if you want to import a car or anything, you're looking at 100 to 200% minimum. So everything's a lot more expensive here. People say, oh, Thailand's cheaper, Thailand's cheaper. Well, that's because you don't live here, bruv. Anyway, right, beach is just here, literally 5 minutes from the crib. Let's get our brand Tracy, 10 keys to personal power on, and let's go for the walk, man. Sheesh. Look at him rolling, he's a happy boy, he loves it, man. We just got to the beach, and I'm a big believer of having some sort of structure in your life. Now, I don't believe in having some long, extravagant morning routines, because I used to do that, and it's just a massive waste of fucking time. And it would be hours and hours and hours before I actually did something productive that was gonna produce results. So again, I'm not a big believer in having the most long, extravagant morning routines. I like to keep it really simple, because if you're spending too much time just doing irrelevant things, you know, your focus is just gonna dwindle because our willpower is limited at the end of the day. So after this, literally, I just like to hit the gym, you know, get the toughest workouts of the day done so that the rest of the day is a lot easier. And then from there, I just get straight on the charts and I'll show you exactly what I do. So, cue the B-roll, cue the gym footage, and I'll see you lot on the charts. Let's go. Sheesh. Okay, so we just walked the dog. Now it's time for breakfast made by a private chef. Come, let's see what they made us, man. Woo! What we got over here? So we got, what we got? Some scrambled eggs, we got some chicken sausage, I guess some sort of bacon, Woo! Looking good, man. I'm hungry, I can't wait to eat. And I'm gonna see you lot in the gym after this. Take care. Sheesh. All right, yes, boys. Just got to Success Gym in Chawang. Gonna smash a little chest and back workout. And then, after this, you know, we're gonna get straight to the charts. No fucking about, man. I need some coconut water in my life, though. I need those electrolytes to get the body flowing. But to keep it nice and light, warm up, then we'll get to work. I'm not a fitness influencer, so don't expect mad advice. Sheesh, workout done. Now it's time for some chart time. I'm gonna show you some bangers of a trade. AUDJPY has cooked something very, very nicely. So let's go home, let's shower up, let's eat again, and I'll see you lot on the charts. Sheesh. Okay, yes boys, so we just finished the gym. Now it's time to have a little protein snack and then get onto the charts. So before I get onto the charts, I'm not gonna be a spastic and go straight to TradingView and do technical analysis without having a reason for an uptrend, without having a reason for a downtrend. Do you really think institutions, people who are trading billions and trillions of dollars, are sitting there basing their entire analysis on a squiggly line? Of course not, don't be silly. Firstly, what they're gonna do is conduct a fundamental analysis. Now, the reason I know this is because I was actually mentored by someone who's trading at the senior trading floor at Citibank. So the first thing they do is they do a fundamental analysis to determine a few things. Obviously, what do they determine? It's a lot to get into in today's video, but one thing we can look at is inflation data. And using this inflation data, we can determine whether or not we're gonna be bullish or bearish on the US dollar. Now, why is that important? Number one, the US dollar is the safe haven currency of the world. Number two, dollar is daddy, right? So with the dollar being the daddy, we need to figure out what is our bias from that. Why would, if we're seeing an accumulation on the chart, if we're seeing a distribution on the chart, that's not enough. We need to understand why they're actually accumulating price, why they're actually distributing price, and what fundamental reasons we have beyond just, oh, it's an uptrend. Because what if you're seeing an accumulation in a bearish environment? What if fundamentally you're seeing an accumulation driven by sellers? Now you're trying to buy that accumulation, you're gonna lose every fucking time because you're not in a bullish environment. There's no reason for institutions to actually accumulate price there. So when we use this fundamental analysis, we're actually getting the why. We're understanding where the market's going and why it's going in that direction from a factual standpoint. Because men can lie, women can lie, but the numbers never lie. So let's look at the numbers. Right, so one of the things I look at is CPI year over year. Now we can see that last week, right, we was at 3.5%, then we came out at 3.4%. What does this mean? This means that now inflation is obviously starting to fall. And it starts to constitute towards a risk-on environment where we're gonna anticipate rate reductions in the future. Basically meaning that it's bearish for US dollar because investors realize, wait a minute, if inflation's going down, there's no reason for the central bank to keep raising rates. If they're gonna keep raising rates, it makes the dollar more attractive for foreign investment, which would obviously rise the value of the dollar up. But they only raise interest rates when inflation's going higher. If we're seeing inflation start to drop now on a year-over-year basis, there's no reason for them to keep rates elevated. It now opens the door for interest rates to be cut, which leads investors to start thinking, why would I keep my money in US bonds if I'm gonna make less money? Why wouldn't I just put it into something else that's gonna outperform that? And that's what they're doing. They're just trying to seek the best yield, the best return on investment. So they'll look at things like inflation. There's a lot of other stuff they'll look at, which I cover in depth in the Master Coin Mentorship program. If you want to be part of that, you can go to the link in the description. You can contact me directly or you can apply using the link down there. Seeing that obviously the US dollar inflation has dropped recently, this is going to cause our bias on the dollar to now be bearish for the next month on the higher time frame perspective. Meaning that we'll see appreciations in things like cryptos. We'll see appreciations in the stock market, the SPX, US 30, NAS 100, unless any other conflicting data comes out. But for now, my bias is gonna be bearish on the dollar. Now long term, of course, you can see some small upside retracements to key supply zones, but this is where you now combine the technical analysis with the fundamental analysis to get that edge. After I've done my fundamental analysis, the next thing I like to do is check in with myself from a psychological perspective, because it doesn't matter how good you are at technicals, it doesn't matter what you see on the chart, you will not see reality as it is, you will see reality as you are. So if you're not in a good headspace, if you're feeling tired, if you're trading for the sake of trading, you're probably gonna make a lot of mistakes. All right? If you're not prepared for the trade, especially, and just waking up and going to London session trying to trade, you're gonna get absolutely smacked. So I like to check in with myself and ask myself these questions. You know, am I preserving capital or just jumping in the market? What is my objective? What is my narrative? How am I actually feeling? Because how you got to realize emotions affect your trading is they will literally cloud your judgment. Right? It's like having a lens over your eyes. And in the moment, you're not going to be aware that your emotions are clouding your judgment unless you've done the work to get to that point, which 99% of you haven't. Because if you did, you'd actually be profitable by now. In the nicest way. So what we need to do is check in with ourselves to make sure we're not projecting any beliefs onto the market. At the end of the day, your trading account is a reflection of your belief system. And if your trading account is in red, that tells you something about you and your belief system, because you don't see reality as it is. You see reality as you are.
Because remember, the results you have comes from the actions you take. The actions you take come from the beliefs that you have. So if your beliefs are not correct, you're going to take the wrong actions. If you're taking the wrong actions, you're obviously going to get the wrong results. So once I've kind of checked in on myself from a psychological perspective, now I'm going to open up the charts. What I want to do is actually show you a trade that I caught last week live on stream inside my mentorship community. And again, if you want to be part of that, link is in the description. And obviously you can see the screenshot here that we actually took the trade. So for me, what this bias was coming onto AUD JPY, right? And just kind of seeing them following the bullish market cycle. You know, I can see higher time frame, right? We've just been reaccumulating and reaccumulating. Price then came back into our last reaccumulation and obviously then started to break order flow. Now, as it come in here, right, at this point, I wasn't willing to get down here and be on a lower time frame because we was still in premium. I wanted price to come down to my key zones down here and accumulate. However, right, we have to follow the market cycle because what we actually then saw on a bit of a lower time frame was that price actually began to invalidate minor supply over here. So we was now bullish from this leg and we was bullish on a higher time frame and fundamentally was obviously bullish. And the bullishness on the JPY crosses comes from the Bank of Japan and their negative interest rates. Even though recently they started to raise interest rates very, very slightly, it's still very, very minuscule and it's barely at 0.1%. Foreign investment is not seeking a 0.1% gain. So until the Bank of Japan really start to raise their rates higher and higher and higher, only then would we see the JPY crosses actually start to crash. But from there, right, obviously we saw, you know, we broke the order flow and was bullish from here. Now, understanding multi-time frame market cycles, if this is actually going to retrace down here, right, we're going to need to actually break some order flow first and distribute to confirm that retracement down to demand before we can send it higher again. So what I wanted to do is go on that lower time frame and see what's happening with the market cycle. So what we can see when price actually came down here, we printed a beautiful accumulation, right? Beautiful accumulation. And more importantly, what did this accumulation do? This accumulation has caused an effect because it actually broke a redistribution to the left. So at that point, I was willing to kind of set some limits off here. However, I do like to pay attention to what the market's actually doing, because if I'm seeing evidence of the market filling orders, I'm gonna take a buy, period, right? And you have to be able to train your eye with the correct validation principles to know when these orders are being filled so that you can get in at the right times. So all I did, right, was my alert went off as she started to come down to my demand zone. So I wanted to go on a lower time frame and pay attention to see, are we seeing any evidence of demand? So as we go to this lower time frame now, I want to see proof of demand. Remember, the market's never just going to randomly rally or randomly drop. It's always going to accumulate or distribute before that move actually happens. The key is, can you validate whether that accumulation is actually valid or not? So one way we can validate our accumulations from multiple confirmations. And if I don't get all the other confirmations, I'm not even looking at this one, but we can see here we get volume absorption where we can see those sell orders actually being absorbed by the buyers, where the market's obviously dropping and we're seeing the volume indicator spike, right? And you want to see this volume divergence where as price is going lower, volume is picking up. And all the volume shows you is interest and activity. Because if we're seeing price go lower and there's more interest, that means more people want to buy this currency. Now, if we can validate all the other phases of this schematic before, and we see this volume absorption followed by a reaction to the upside, because this is the key, it's the follow through. If the market just had high volume and then kept selling off, well, that's clearly no absorption, right? There's no follow through from those buyers actually absorbing price. So we want to see the market give this volume divergence, massive spikes to the moves to the downside, and then it rally up. So seeing that break to the upside, that confirmed our schematic. And then from there, as soon as she basically came back down here, I just straight up market executed on this. Why I didn't set a limit? Bro, I'm on a 5-second time frame. I didn't have time here. So as soon as price came into the zone, I just straight up market executed, stop loss below the low. And then from here, and this is just showing you some realities of trading, because not every trade goes to your full target. This trade here went for our second target at a 1 to 14 risk to reward. And again, you can see on screen right now, we took the trade in our community as well. And then once it came up to my supply zone where I was looking to take profit, this is where I closed half the order. And then I was anticipating if the market was going to come to these highs at this 1 to 23. But again, just showing you the reality of it, she ended up coming down and creating a larger reaccumulation. So moving forward now, right, coming into this week, all I'm going to be doing, all right, is basically playing this. Now, if price can kind of come back in here this week and give me an accumulation of these zones here, I will continue to send it to the upside. Now, again, I know some people are going to be in the comments now, oh, Kieran, you shouldn't have took this trade because of X, Y, and Z reason. Oh my God. Listen, it doesn't, like, when you're a trader, right, you don't always need to look for a reason why that trade lost. Of course, it's important, but you're going to be constantly changing your plan left, right, and center. For me, this is the same strategy I've been trading for 5 years now. I've got confidence in my system because it's backed by data, right? I'm not just coming into this and saying, oh, it's bounced off a magical line once, now I've lost, so I've got to change my plan. Like, I've taken thousands of trades based on this criteria. And I know that there's a random distribution of outcome. I know that sometimes I'm going to hit stop loss. I know that sometimes I'm going to get breaking even. I know that sometimes I won't even get filled. I know that sometimes it will do this, it will go to one target or two target before it's taking me out. And I know sometimes it will go to my full target. And I know sometimes it will not only go to my full target, it will exceed that and I'll be holding that for months. The key is being able to stick to your plan over time, not getting too upset about a singular outcome, because yes, you'll have winners. Yes, you'll have losers, but you can't let that phase you. So now for the rest of the day, I'm just gonna sit down, do the rest of my analysis for all my currency pairs, all my futures, all my stocks, etc., etc. And I'm just gonna set my alerts. You know, I'm not the type of guy that sits on the charts all day long, staring at the chart like a slave. You know, I didn't quit my job to start another job, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna set my alerts, and then I just know based on my data, there's certain times of day and certain days of the week that certain moves will occur. For example, typically London will give the higher low of the day. Typically New York will give continuation plays. Session opens will give manipulations, right? All this stuff. So based on these data, and my alerts and just kind of my analysis on price, I'm gonna have an idea when these setups are gonna come to fruition and how likely they are to actually play out. So I'm just gonna set my alerts, and then based on those days, I'll go to the charts and obviously kind of like reanalyze and just kind of check the progress of them. So for now, for the rest of the day, I've got a market outlook with my team where we're gonna sit down, we're gonna go live on Zoom. I'm gonna show everyone the exact trades I'm looking at for the week, the exact zones, all the fundamental analysis, basically everything they need to, you know, get right for the week. Okay, so we just smashed the team call. Obviously got everyone right with the right trade ideas, the right trade levels, and we'll obviously see how everyone gets on throughout the week. So now I want to feed my Doge this like dehydrated ear. Man, I'm telling you, I feed this dog better than fucking some humans eat. So obviously him being a Rottweiler, I got to train him very well. Let's see how good he is. Kaiser, come here. Kaiser, sit. Kaiser, down. Good boy. Kaiser, sit. Speak. Good boy. There you go. Just get him right out of his ear. Hopefully, don't wake up Shorty. Speaking a little bit loud, she's taking a nap, bless her. But yeah, looks like it's about to rain. Now I need to record a little bit more content actually, because obviously, you know, we're trying to smash 10,000 subscribers, and then 100,000, then 1 million, and then take it from there. But yeah, I'm gonna go record a couple of videos and I'll catch up with you guys after that. Sheesh. So right now, we're just gonna go chill in the pool. And then hopefully if it doesn't rain, you might go grab some dinner. What are you saying? How you feeling?
I'm chilling.
You wanna say hello?
Hi.
What is your biggest piece of motivational advice for the person who's sitting at home right now and wants to kind of, you know, start traveling more and achieve their goals?
If you don't feel motivated in the environment that you surround yourself with, change the environment that you surround yourself with.
Yeah, what we're gonna go do now, little Henny should be poured up. Cheers. And we'll go get in the pool. And one thing whilst I'm here, like, I cannot stress the importance of actually scheduling some downtime. Like, a lot of the time we just get so locked in and just so focused on grinding. We need to actually kind of just take a little step back to recharge and refresh ourselves so that we can make leaps forward in advance. Like, you can't just be grinding all day long. Like, obviously, yeah, you got to put in the hours, but you need to take a break so that you can feel refreshed to come back a lot more efficient. So I know exactly what I'm gonna do to go refresh myself. I'll catch you a lot later. Chris.
See, in life, right, you gotta make the best out of bad situations. Right now, it's pissing down the rain, but you know what? We're making it happy. We're making it work because it's not where you are. It's not who you're with. It's who you are. Because the sooner you realize that life is coming from you, not coming at you, that's when shit changes.
So just on our way to dinner, right, and we're walking in this like kind of abandoned bit, and we just come and see these two girls, bless them, at Sunday, bear in mind, and it's like almost 10 p.m. at night, and they're out here hustling, trying to sell these little figurines. So what we're gonna do right now, we're just gonna bless them. I'm not gonna say how much I'm giving them on the camera, but they're gonna be very happy. Let's see their reaction. So this one is for you, top one. And this one is for you.
Thank you.
Okay. Do your good deeds when you can, man.
They make it themselves.
Oh, they make it?
That's the boxes.
Oh, look at them. What's your names?
Helen.
Yeah, and your name?
Yo.
Go some of Thailand, man. Sheesh. Go check out our little restaurant. Look at it, loving it, bro. There we fucking hell. Social media, eh? Jesus Christ. Let's go see what Coca Tams is saying, man. Grab some food. Sheesh. What's your favorite drink?
Favorite drink? You know my favorite thing.
Yeah, the old fashioned.
Old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Whiskey.
A whiskey with one ice, bit of lime.
Yeah.
There you go.
And martini.
What's mine?
Yours is the tequila sunrise.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tequila, but not tequila sunrise. That's gay. Even though.
Anything with tequila. And also, what is that called? The Hennessy mugger.
The Henny Mod, there you go. Cheers
Cheers.
to money.
It's a good life. You are worth it. You're amazing. And no one can say anything different.
I bet. So now we've got the food come. We've got the little cold cuts, got the olives, got the bread, little appetizer. Bro, I used to hate olives, but now I've got an acquired taste. I'm getting old, man. Right. Yes, the chicken finally arrived, bro. This thing looks good. Wait, she's already tucking in, bro. Shit, she ain't playing games, bro. A Roy Mac or a Roy Mac?
Aromac.
Not Mac.
Aromac.
Just Roy Mac.
Vibe is very nice though. Did you see?
I gotta put you there, boys. Right there. Let's see what you're saying. Oh. Yeah. That's what I needed. There's a night market there. I mean, for the vlog, fuck it, we're gonna check it out. I mean, I've been to these night markets like 1,000 times. It's the same shit. But for the vlog, I'm gonna take you lot there, and then that's gonna conclude the day in the life of a trader living in Thailand, man. I hope you lot got some valuable insights. Oh, it's the Doji again. Hello, Doji. Oh shit, look, should we get a watch? Exposing your favorite trader. Look at it got, bro. Man's got, Jesus, I can't put that on YouTube. Jesus, bro. I hope you lot saw that shit. They got the hats. They got everything, bro. Oh my God. Bro, they got fake perfume, bro. What the fuck? I didn't know you could get that. What? Yo, we can't even put that on YouTube. Nope. That's gonna get me banned. Fuck it hell. Just knickknacks and stuff to take your money. And that's the difference between the rich and the poor people, actually. Rich people get their money and they want to keep it. They want to invest it. They want to multiply it. They want to grow it. Poor people, they get it and they want to spend it. They want to get rid of it. They want to buy something. They want to impress people. So when you get your money, make sure you try to keep it. Make sure you try to multiply it. Don't be that guy who's going around spunking it and wasting it on just shit. But that's it, boys. That is going to conclude the day in the life of a trader. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, because you already know we've got so much more content coming. And if you're not subscribed, you're playing yourself. So, any other video suggestions, let me know in the comment section down below what you want to see next. Don't forget to also let me know one thing you liked and learned. And I'm going to see you lot at the top, from the top, because you already know, man, that bottom is way too crowded. Sheesh.